Horror Lies.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Body Bags. I'm MikeyFish Horror, and I'm your Friday host. Yeah, dude, today we're going to be talking about the movie Pumpkin Carver. Yeah, watch this for my 31 Days of Horror and whatnot. Yeah, this movie right here, Pumpkin Carver. It's, I'll talk about it real quick. So Pumpkin Carver is about this dude and his sister. They've experienced something pretty bad. The sister's boyfriend came over. He's kind of a dick. Came over to their house, and the brother's kind of like, he's kind of a loser, just kind of to himself and whatnot, and he's carving some pumpkins. And the girlfriend's boyfriend comes over and just starts kind of messing with him and shit, whatever, just kind of being a, just a jerk, and he ends up leaving. But then the sister is in the garage, and someone comes into the house, and she thinks it's her boyfriend, and then she realizes, oh man, this might not be my boyfriend because he has a knife. She starts screaming for her brother. Her brother runs in there, starts stabbing him in the face. Turns out it was her boyfriend, actually. And so now time has gone by, and they're just trying to forget their life, and they go off. And I guess they meet up with, some of her, I don't know if it's her college friends, but some of her friends for this Halloween party out in the middle of nowhere. And so after that, the brother's kind of freaking out, and he thinks he sees, I guess he thinks it's a ghost of the boyfriend, basically. And, I guess he's not just seeing things, it's actually killing people and whatnot. And, so that's pretty much your story right there. What I like about this movie is I like a lot of the characters in this movie. There's actually quite a few people that I do enjoy in this movie. There's these two guys that joke around a lot. They wear togas and stuff to the party. They're actually pretty funny. They're not bad. They're actually okay actors. They're not horrible. They're just kind of, loud and obnoxious. But that's not a bad thing because that's their character and it's pretty fun. There's this bigger guy that dresses as the Hulk. Probably one of the worst Hulk outfits I've ever seen in my life. Not to mention he's a blonde dude and, Hulk has black hair and shit. But, I didn't mind that guy though. You got the asshole, and you got the slut, and you got all these people in it. The one problem with that though is you have a huge cast, but not that many deaths. There's not that many people that die in it, which is kind of bogus when you want a high body count when you have, a lot of characters and whatnot. Another problem with it that I had was the main character, the brother. He was pretty obnoxious. He wasn't obnoxious. He was just kind of like a little pussy, man. He was a little bitch, which I understand that was his character, but he just didn't do it too well in my eyes. The sister was pretty hot, not really in the face, but the body was pretty good. She had a rocking body, but a just okay face. Whatever. That's not really something I should worry about. But yeah, I guess. But anyways, they go to this place called Karver, and people start dying and whatnot. And I wish that the mask was this thing on the cover right here, but it's not. It's he's down here at the bottom. You can't really see him, but he's got this bullshit Walmart pumpkin mask, which I wish there were more pumpkin mask killers, but he was just kind of bullshit, not that cool. There was a cool death scene in this though, where a drill goes through somebody and pulls out the guts and whatnot. That was pretty cool. And the ending isn't terrible. It's an okay ending. You can kind of call it right away, but it's not awful. You know what I mean? They at least tried to give you something, different. And there is a death in here that's kind of oh, you weren't expecting that. I thought that person would live and they didn't. But it is what it is. The gore is just whatever. The old man in this, definitely seen him. What the fuck was he in? I think he was in the. Was he in the remake of? He may have been in the remake of Texas Chainsaw. I can't remember, but I know I've seen him. But he was pretty awful in this movie. He was not good. He was actually pretty garbage, which, that sounds mean of me to say. Sorry, hold on. But, he was just whatever. All in all, the movie was just very average. I didn't hate it at all. I actually do watch it every year for Halloween because it has an okay Halloween atmosphere. It's not bad. I grew up in the middle of nowhere. It takes place in the middle of nowhere, a bunch of farmland and stuff, so you see hay bales and stuff like that. I like that part of it. You know, you see all the silos and stuff like that, which is really cool because that's where I grew up, is around stuff like that. So I do connect with it in that way. I do like the atmosphere in this movie, but it's not that great of a movie. Okay, characters, not a high enough body count, and not enough gore. There is some gore, but not enough for me. But anyways, yeah, it's an average movie. Yeah, so if I had to rate this, I'd give it a 5 out of 10. Very average, not horrible. I watch it every year for Halloween, though. I think, you know, you should definitely check it out, but it doesn't come highly recommended. Anyways, yeah, that's Pumpkin Carver, guys. Anyways, yeah, so cool. I'm MikeyFish Horror, and I'll see you next Friday, guys. Later, dudes.